Are you feeling tired lately? Tired from holding on to too many things? In our modern world, we are caught in an endless cycle of wanting more. More money, more recognition, more relationships, and even more expectations. We cling to our phones every day, afraid of missing out. We stretch ourselves thin trying to please others. And sometimes, we even try to control things that can never truly be controlled, like the emotions of loved ones, the outcomes of our work, or even a future that hasn't yet arrived. But have you ever asked yourself, why am I holding on to all this? To be happier? Or just to feel more pressure? There's a saying by Lao Tzu, the great sage of Taoism, that made me pause for a long time. Letting go is the way back to peace. Not having more wealth, not gaining more power, but letting go. Because only when we let go can we become light. And only when we are light can we truly live. So what does letting go mean? Does it mean giving up everything, becoming passive, avoiding life? No, letting go is not weakness. It is the wisdom of knowing what's worth holding on to and what must be released. Today's video, I invite you to explore 5 profound lessons from Lao Tzu's philosophy of letting go. Lessons that help us live without exhaustion, keep a peaceful heart, and feel deeply fulfilled in every moment. If you're seeking a way of life that's light yet not shallow, deep yet not burdensome, stay with me until the end of this video. Welcome to the Chernfong YouTube channel, a space for sharing timeless ancient wisdom, refined and reinterpreted to serve modern living. Here, we don't just tell stories. We help you live more deeply, more authentically with yourself. Every video is a journey inward, a chance to listen to the voices of sages like Lao Tzu, Confucius, Zhuangzi, and the enduring philosophies of Eastern thought that have guided humanity for thousands of years. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe to Chernfong to join this transformative journey. Like the video to help more people discover this content. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future lessons. And leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now, let us begin with the first chapter in this journey of letting go, to live with peace, just as Lao Tzu taught.
1. Letting go is wisdom, not weakness. Are you holding tightly to something deep inside? Maybe it's someone who is no longer with you. Maybe it's a dream that was once beautiful, but no longer fits who you are. Maybe it's a relationship, a promise, a wound, and you just can't seem to let go. To many, letting go is seen as failure, as losing. They say, only the weak give up. But that is a misunderstanding, because sometimes only those with true inner strength and deep wisdom have the courage to release what they once cherished. Alya. Letting go is not the same as giving up. In Lao Tzu's philosophy, letting go is not about quitting. Giving up often comes with feelings of failure, resignation, and loss. It's the action of someone defeated by life, out of options. But letting go, on the other hand, is a conscious decision made by someone who clearly knows what still serves their peace and what no longer does. They walk away from what no longer nourishes their life. Lao Tzu once wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "Where the Tao is present, the self is not. Where the self is present, the Tao is not." At first glance, this might seem confusing, but it is a gentle reminder. When the ego is too strong, we become entangled, and letting go becomes difficult. But when we take a step back, when we let go of attachments, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life and enter a state of peace. Letting go does not mean you stop trying. Letting go doesn't mean helplessness. It means having the wisdom to know what deserves your energy. Have you ever seen someone endlessly chase something unattainable, clinging to what was flawed from the beginning, draining themselves in hopeless pursuit? That's not bravery. That's self-inflicted suffering. Letting go is pausing to protect your soul. It's stepping out of the mud instead of struggling in it endlessly. Story: The Zen Master and the Full Cup. There was once a Zen master who invited a scholar for tea. The scholar was well-read, always eager to share what he knew. During their meeting, he spoke non-stop about philosophies, theories, and his many spiritual experiences. The master quietly poured tea. Even when the cup was full, he kept pouring, letting the tea overflow. Alarmed, the scholar said, "Master, the cup is full. Why are you still pouring?" The master smiled. "Just like your mind. It's already too full. If you don't let go of old ideas, how can you receive anything new? That cup is our mind. We hold on to opinions, expectations, past hurts, and then wonder why we're always exhausted. It's because there's no room left for peace. A full mind cannot hold joy. To welcome the new, we must release the old. Let go so your mind may rest. Let go so your insight may shine. Let go to rediscover the gentle flow of life." Alia. Letting go is an act of understanding. Lao Tzu never promoted passivity. He taught that everything should follow its natural course. If something needs to leave, let it leave. If a bond has run its course, let it dissolve. No clinging, no forcing, no trying to hold what no longer belongs to you. A person who lets go understands that life is not under our control. Everything changes. Everything has its time. And wisdom lies in knowing when to hold on and when to release. It's like carrying a heavy bag. Hold it too long, your arms go numb. But the moment you put it down, even for a few minutes, your whole body breathes again. Sometimes a simple moment of letting go is a quiet rebirth. _ Benefits of letting go. Peaceful mind. It clears the mind and gives way for insight. Inner strength. Letting go builds courage and resilience against harmful entanglements. Deep wisdom. It teaches us to live in harmony with the natural flow of life, without resistance or force. Better health. Letting go reduces stress and frustration, improving physical and mental health. _ Ballot. Ballot key takeaways from Chapter 1. Ballot. Letting go is not weakness. It is the choice of the wise. Ballot. Letting go is not abandoning everything. It's choosing what's truly worth keeping. Ballot. The mind is like a cup. Only when empty can it receive something valuable. Ballot. Letting go protects us from things that no longer serve our well-being. Ballot. In Taoism, letting go means living in harmony with nature, without force or resistance. Have you ever held on to something for too long that you forgot you could live lighter simply by letting go? Let's continue with the next chapter. Letting go of ambition to realize you already have enough.
2. Letting go of ambition to feel that you are enough. We live in an age where more seems to be the measure of success. More money, more property, more followers, more relationships. But strangely, the more people have, the emptier they feel. Ambition is like a bottomless pit. The more you pour in, the more it demands. In the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu wrote, "He who knows contentment is truly rich." This isn't a comforting phrase for the poor. It's a profound warning about the trap of endless desire, the trap of wanting more. Have you noticed? When we achieve something, a new income level, a new house, a dream relationship, the joy is often short-lived. Then we start feeling lacking again, and we want more. Have 1 billion, want 10 billion. Own a townhouse, dream of a mansion. Have love, want it to be just how we imagined. Wanting more isn't wrong, but without knowing where to stop, it becomes a chain. We no longer work to live, we live chasing an illusion. At that point, desire becomes a burden, not a motivator. Story: The Fisherman and the Businessman. In a seaside village, a man lived simply. Every morning he went fishing, just enough to feed his family and sell a little at the market. Then he played with his children, sang with friends, sat under the trees and watched the sunset. One day, a wealthy businessman passed by and saw the man fishing. He asked, "Why don't you catch more fish?" "Why should I?" replied the fisherman. "To sell more, buy a bigger boat, hire workers, build a fishing company. In 20 years, you'll be rich like me." "Then what?" "Then you can retire, relax, and enjoy life." The fisherman smiled. "But I'm already doing that now." The wisdom of contentment in Lao Tzu's teachings. This simple story holds profound wisdom. Contentment is not resignation to poverty. It's the realization that true happiness has natural limits. It doesn't come from your bank balance, but from a mind free from lack, from comparison, from more. Lao Tzu once said, "No one is richer than the one who knows he has enough. No one is stronger than he who is self-possessed." A content person, even with a humble meal, feels warm inside. But someone who's never content, even in a luxury mansion, is restless and anxious. Letting go of ambition is not giving up your dreams. There's a big difference between ambition and purpose. Purpose drives us to grow and give back. Ambition ties us to external benchmarks, ignoring inner peace. Letting go of ambition doesn't mean abandoning goals. It means knowing when to stop and asking, what am I really living for? How much is truly enough? It's like eating. 1 bowl fills you, 5 make you bloated, 10 can poison you. The issue is not having, it's excess. Happiness doesn't come from having more, but from feeling enough. If you're feeling tired, ask yourself, is what I am chasing truly bringing me peace, or do I only want it because others have it? Lao Tzu taught us to live in harmony with nature, and in nature, no lion hunts until it's overly full. No river flows backwards just to gather more water. Nature is content, so it is peaceful. People who are content are truly happy. Summary of Chapter 2. Excessive ambition traps us in endless dissatisfaction. Lao Tzu reminds, knowing contentment is wealth, a wealth of the heart, not just the pocket. Letting go of ambition doesn't mean giving up dreams. It means quitting the race of comparisons. True happiness lies in feeling enough, not in any number. In the next chapter, we step into a more sensitive part of the mind, the past. How do we let go of what's gone to begin healing in the present? Let's continue with Chapter 3, letting go of the past to heal the present.
3. Letting go of the past to heal the present. There's something invisible, weightless, yet powerful enough to crush a life. The past. We can't see it, but it seeps into our thoughts, emotions, and decisions. A hurtful word, a betrayal, a missed opportunity, a mistake that can't be undone. The past, if not released, becomes chains on the present. The past is a shadow over the now. Lao Tzu didn't talk much about the past as a time concept, but he emphasized deeply, live fully in the present moment. In Tao Te Ching, he wrote, "Attachment is the root of turmoil. Letting go is the beginning of freedom." Most suffering doesn't come from what's happening now, but from leftover emotional wounds from the past. They're like cuts that never heal because we keep picking at them, remembering, regretting, so they never close. The root of pain, attachment. In Eastern philosophy, especially Taoism and Buddhism, attachment is the source of suffering. We attach to a former image of ourselves, a lover who has changed, a dream that didn't come true, a mistake that can't be undone. We hold on to them like hot coals, only to burn ourselves. Letting go of the past doesn't mean denying it. It means stop letting it control us. Look back, learn, and move on. Story: The Monk and the Woman by the River. An ancient Eastern story tells two monks were traveling. They reached a river, fast flowing. A young woman stood afraid, unable to cross. The older monk quietly lifted her, carried her across, then continued walking. The younger monk was silent but uneasy. Hours later, he burst out, "We are monks. Why did you carry a woman like that?" The elder monk smiled gently. "I set her down by the river long ago. Why are you still carrying her?" The deep lesson of this tale. This short story is a metaphor for mental release. Carrying the woman means an act from the past. The elder monk let it go right after. The younger monk kept holding on, blaming, worrying. We're like that too. Some words hurt us. Some people disappointed us. Some events let us down. The truth is, they're long over, but we keep carrying them. Letting go of the past isn't forgetting. It's healing so we can live fully now. A person may remember clearly what hurt them, yet still smile in the present. That's when they've turned memory into wisdom. No need to forget, no need to pretend it never happened, but also no need to relive the pain each time we recall it. Lao Tzu didn't teach escape, he taught emptiness. An empty bowl can receive fresh water. A heart full of the past has no space for joy. Let go to walk forward lightly. If you carry a heavy memory in your heart, ask yourself, does it still serve me today? Does holding it help my journey ahead? If not, put it down. No need to rush, no pressure. But each day learn to see it with softer eyes and a broader heart. Summary of Chapter 3. The past is a shadow. If not released, it darkens the present. Root of suffering is attachment, clinging to what's gone. The monk's story teaches what's done, put it down. Don't carry it forever. Letting go of the past isn't forgetting, it's healing so we can live fully now. Next, we explore another cause of pain, expectation. How do we let go of expectations in love, in work, in life, so we suffer less? Join us in Chapter 4, Letting Go of Expectations so Love Hurts Less.
4. Letting go of expectations to ease emotional pain. If there is one thing that causes the most disappointment in life, it is expectation. We expect others to understand us. We expect our loved ones to change. We expect love to always be passionate, work to go smoothly, and our children to succeed. But when reality doesn't match our expectations, we suffer. Why? Because expectation is a form of attachment. We attach our hopes to other people and situations, but the world does not revolve around what we wish for. Highlight: the higher the expectation, the greater the disappointment. Lao Tzu once said, "The more desires one has, the more worries they bear." Expectation is not inherently wrong. It's simply a reflection of our desires. But when we expect too much, especially from others, we end up chaining ourselves with those very hopes. For example, you expect your partner to always listen, but they're distant and distracted. You expect your child to be obedient, studious, and successful, but they choose a different path. You expect your colleague to understand and support you, but they seem indifferent. When expectations fail, we don't just feel sadness, we feel anger, blame.
emotional distance, and sometimes heartbreak. Often, the issue isn't with the other person. It's the gap between expectation and reality. In love, the less we expect, the more we can truly love. Here lies a paradox. The more deeply we love someone, the more expectations we place upon them. We expect nothing from strangers, but everything from those we love. That's why expectation becomes the root of many emotional wounds. Lao Tzu said, "Those who do not compete do not suffer. Those who know contentment do not resent." Letting go of expectation means opening our hearts to receive others as they are, not as we wish them to be. To love someone without burdening them with your demands. That is mature, free love. And sometimes letting go of expectation is exactly what saves a relationship. The story: a father and his disappointing son. There once was a father who was a teacher. He believed deeply in education, hard work, and good manners. He expected his son to be obedient, excel in school, and follow in his footsteps. But the boy was playful, messy, and loved to draw. His grades were poor. The father grew angry. He scolded, punished, and tried to force the boy to change. Their relationship became tense and distant. The father couldn't understand why his son was so ungrateful, and the boy felt like he could never be good enough. One day, the boy ran away from home to study art in the city. The father was heartbroken and blamed both himself and the boy. Years passed. Now old and alone, the father sat quietly at his desk. One day, he picked up a newspaper. On the front page was a feature about a rising, talented young artist, his son. For the first time, the father wept, not out of anger, but from realization. It was my expectations that wounded my love. If only he had taken a step back, listened more, and released his rigid dreams, their bond may not have been so broken. Lessons from the story. This story is not rare. In families, in love, in friendships, the deepest wounds often come not from betrayal, but from unmet expectations. The more you expect, the more you suffer. You want others to understand you, but forget they have their own world. You want them to change, but never learn to accept. Letting go of expectations doesn't mean being cold or indifferent. It means recognizing that everyone walks their own path. If you love someone, let them be who they are. If you care for them, love them without conditions. How to let go of expectations? Ask yourself, am I expecting this for their sake or mine? If they can't fulfill my wishes, can I still love them? Is my love truly a gift or a transaction? If your answers bring pain, maybe it's time to release a little. Lao Tzu said, "Those who let go find peace. Those who do not compete feel light." Letting go of expectation is not giving up. It's preserving love before it breaks under the weight of demands. Byron.
5. Letting go of control. To live in accord with the Tao. Deep down, every human shares one desire: to control their life. We want things to go according to plan. We want people to behave the way we expect. We want today to be peaceful, tomorrow to be bright, and the future to be certain. But life does not follow our commands, and the more we try to control it, the more exhausted we become. You cannot control everything. The more you try, the more you suffer. In truth, we only have control over a tiny portion of life. We can't control the weather, the thoughts of others,
or sudden changes in fate. But out of anxiety, fear, or past wounds, we tighten our grip on everything. We believe, if I can manage every detail, I'll be safe. But instead of peace, we find stress. And when things go wrong, we don't just feel disappointed, we feel frustrated, helpless, even bitter. Lao Tzu teaches, be like water, soft yet strong. In the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu wrote, the highest good is like water. Water doesn't force, doesn't resist, doesn't cling. It flows according to nature, through cracks, around stones, resting where it must. Water is gentle, yet it carves through stone. It seems weak, yet it fills oceans. To follow the Tao is to live like water, letting go of control, not to abandon life, but to move with life. The story, the stream and the boulder. There was a small stream flowing down a mountain. One day, it encountered a massive boulder in its path. The stream said, I will push through you. You cannot stop me. It splashed, surged, and tried to break through, but the rock didn't budge. Day after day, the stream struggled and grew frustrated. Finally, exhausted, it paused. In stillness, it noticed a small crack at the edge of the rock. Quietly, gently, the water slipped through. And from there, it flowed on, calm, free, and unstoppable. Lesson from the stream. This story may seem simple, but it reflects our lives. When faced with challenges, we often confront them head on. We say, I must overcome this no matter what. But sometimes, victory doesn't mean breaking through. It means stepping back, observing, and finding a gentler path. Like water, soft but unstoppable. Letting go of control is living with the Tao. Lao Tzu's Tao is not about forcing or resisting. It's about flowing with the natural course. To force is to go against the Tao. The more you push, the more you harm. The one who lives in Tao does not struggle, rush, or compete. In real life, living with the Tao means when your children disobey, don't shout, but try to understand them. When work doesn't go your way, don't rage, but reflect and wait. When someone lets you down, don't cling, but let go and protect your peace. Letting go of control doesn't mean helplessness. It means releasing the ego's need to dominate and trusting the wisdom of the moment. How to let go of control. Try this. Each day, choose one task and release your attachment to how it must turn out. When someone acts unexpectedly, instead of reacting, pause and breathe. Remind yourself, I do what I can. The rest, I let life decide. Keep these in mind. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You can't command the world, but you can master your own heart. Summary of Chapter 5. Trying to control everything leads to stress and disappointment. Lao Tzu taught us to live like water, flexible, patient, and strong. The story of the stream reminds us sometimes detours are the true way forward. Letting go of control is not weakness, but deep wisdom and inner freedom.
Summary and the practice of letting go. Through 5 lessons from Lao Tzu, we begin to realize letting go is not about losing, but about reclaiming ourselves. Each thing we release lightens the steps on our journey through life. To make it easier to remember and apply, let's recap the 5 things worth letting go of. 1. Let go of material attachments to live lightly. When our hearts are less entangled in gain and loss, in accumulation and clinging, we create space to enjoy the present moment and cherish simplicity. A simple life doesn't mean scarcity, it means fullness from within. 2. Let go of memories to live truly in the present. The past, whether joyful or painful, is no longer today's reality. Clinging to old wounds only causes the heart to bleed silently. Letting go isn't forgetting, it's healing. Let the past rest, so the present can truly live. 3. Let go of resentment to cleanse the heart. Anger is like holding burning coal. It harms no one but ourselves. Hatred doesn't punish others, it imprisons us in darkness. Forgiveness is not because they deserve it, but because our heart needs peace. Letting go of resentment is self-liberation. 4. Let go of expectations to love unconditionally. Expectations are the invisible burdens in every relationship. We expect others to understand us, to act like us, to change for us. But true love only blossoms when we accept others as they are. Letting go of expectations is embracing compassion. 5. Let go of control to flow with nature. No one can control the whole world. The more we try, the more we suffer. Lao Tzu taught, be like water, gentle, adaptable, yet never weak. To follow the Tao isn't to surrender, but to live in harmony, at the right time, in the right place, with depth. Letting go of control is placing trust in the natural rhythm of life. Practices to cultivate letting go. You don't need drastic changes, just small, consistent steps each day. 1. Write down one thing you want to let go of each day. Just one sentence. Writing it down is the first step to seeing and releasing it. 2. Practice 5 minutes of silence each morning. No phone, no work, just your breath and listening to your inner self. 3. Each week choose one thing to not do anymore. It could be not complaining about something trivial, not comparing yourself to others, not holding on to an old sorrow. One small act, but enough to feel your heart lighten. When you practice letting go, you create new space for peace, clarity, and love. Letting go isn't giving up. It's choosing a wiser way to live. Closing reflection. Letting go is not about losing. It's about finding your true self again. In today's fast-paced world, we often believe that clinging tightly to work, relationships, expectations, and control will make life more secure and fulfilling. But in truth, the tighter we hold, the heavier our hearts become. The more we try to control, the more restless our spirit grows. Lao Tzu once said, "He who does not contend will not be harmed." When we stop battling with life, stop holding on to what no longer belongs to us, that is when we step out of suffering into harmony with the Tao. Gentle, natural, yet profound. Letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. Letting go isn't running away, it's returning home. Letting go is the beginning of a deeper, more peaceful life. I hope this video offered you a moment of pause, a still point where you could breathe, reflect, and begin again in the spirit of Lao Tzu's teachings, natural, humble, and deeply aware. If you found value in this message, don't forget. Click like to support the channel. Subscribe to Truing Fong to follow more timeless life philosophies. Comment and share your personal letting go journey. Let's learn from one another. And make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. See you in the next journey, where we'll continue learning how to live with peace in a world that never stops changing.